Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. First, the headlines. Medical lab scientists reject new health reform bills. Our government deepens partnership with United Nations Organization for Agricultural Growth. Ukraine signs deal with Saudi Arabia offering drone expertise. Rallies planned in thousands of United States cities for No Kings protest against Trump administration. Title race intensifies as relegation battle heats up in MPFL. Now the details. The Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria has raised serious concerns over a controversial bill before the National Assembly, warning that its passage could destabilize Nigeria's healthcare system, compromise patient safety, and trigger fresh interprofessional conflict in the sector. The bill seeks to amend key provisions of the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria Act, particularly Section 3 and 29, which define the governance structure and scope of medical laboratory science practice in Nigeria. The association's national president, Dr. Kashmir Ifeanyi, while addressing journalists in Abuja today, described the proposed amendment as a dangerous regression disguised as reform, warning that it is misaligned with global best practices and inimical to Nigeria's healthcare delivery. Dr. Ifeanyi said under the current law, the Council maintains professional dominance in its governance to ensure technical oversight, but the proposed amendment would expand board membership to include non-specialists and increase the influence of political appointees. The president also warned that such changes would erode professional independence and weaken regulatory standards. The Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) has promoted 120 senior officers to the higher ranks in a move aimed at strengthening leadership capacity and enhancing institutional performance. This is contained in a statement by the acting Corps Public Education Officer, Mrs. Felicia Kalu, in Abuja today, where she said that the promotion approved by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation takes effect from 1st of January 2027. The FRS spokesperson said the promotions were in recognition of the officers' exemplary service records, leadership competence, and sustained contributions to the advancement of the Corps. Reacting, the Corps Marshal Malam Shehu Mohammed congratulated the newly appointed officers, describing the exercise as a reflection of the Corps' commitment to excellence, discipline, and structured career progression, and further urged the officers to deploy their wealth of experience toward advancing the FRSC mandate of reducing road traffic crashes and ensuring safer monitoring environments across the country. As citizens across the country go about their day-to-day activities, the, the pressing quest for cash remains a key role in purchasing. Transaction of different items and services are forcing Nigerians in patronizing POS operators rather than the traditional bank withdrawals or transfers. However, as the point of sales operators continues to become a widely accepted business, taking the center stage in the Nigerian market, Agidigbo FM news correspondent Radiat Mzat explores the challenges, fraudulent activities, network glitches, as well as the gains in this growing industry. Here is the report.
In an era where digital transactions are gradually replacing traditional banking methods, point of sale terminals, popularly known as POS, have become the lifeline of daily transactions across Nigeria. In the ancient city of Ibadan, POS operators hawk their services at local markets, motor parks, and on the street, with charges as low as 100 naira per 5,000 transaction. As of March 2025, Nigeria has about 6 million active POS agents processing billions of transactions daily. In the last 5 years, 7 out of 10 Nigerians have moved from using ATMs to POS, with many citing accessibility and speed. But behind the convenience lies a complex web of challenges: fraudulent activities, and unexpected gains affecting millions daily. In an interview with Agidigbo FM News, Ms. Oluwafemiwa Precious noted that many Nigerians prefer POS terminals because of no queue compared to bank queuing.
I like using POS because there is no queue at all, unlike banks.
In separate interviews, POS operators share the amount they make daily and how long they've been in the business.
100,000 if the market come well, but if the market do not come well, maybe 300, 2k net per share. But in the morning to afternoon, at least 400. But in the night, that market is always, if they are going home, if they are coming from break, they will collect money.
I've been doing POS more than 2 years. There is no much gain in the business. Any day there is sales, we make 3,000 naira gain. And if there is no sales, we make 1,500 naira gain.
POS operators also called for better network infrastructure and protection from fraudulent activities that continue to threaten their livelihood.
I've been doing POS for 2 years. Some people will do money, we are going to see the alert, but once we open the app, the money will not be there. We got scammed of 200,000 naira.
I've been using POS for 3 years. The challenges I see is that last week I want to withdraw 5,000 naira from the POS machine. It failed. Till now I have not recovered the 5,000 naira again.
I have a lot of experience in this business. 2 months ago, someone wanted to withdraw 10,000 naira. I pressed 9,999 naira in the machine and gave the guy the machine to input his PIN. That's how he changed the 9,990 naira to 1,000 naira. And I did not check it immediately the money was approved. It was after he left I realized.
POS operators stepped up when Nigerians needed cash, especially during the crisis of 2023. But their increasing dominance is now seen as an obstacle to a system trying to reduce its reliance on cash. As Nigeria marches towards a cashless economy, POS terminals stand at the intersection of tradition and innovation, while bridging the gap between digital banking and cash-dependent populace. Rodiat Amzat, Agidigbo FM News.
The Oyo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to sustaining and strengthening its partnership with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States to enhance agricultural practices and boost food security across the state. The Secretary to the state government, Professor Musbau Babatunde, gave this assurance on behalf of Oyo State Governor, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, while receiving the newly appointed FA country representative at the SSG Conference Room, Secretariat, Ibadan, the state capital. Professor Babatunde stated that the current administration is committed to harnessing strategic partnerships with international development organizations like the FAO to promote innovation, boost agricultural productivity, and achieve sustainable rural development. In his remarks, the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Barrister Olasukomi Olaleye, explained that the present administration in the state has made significant progress in the agricultural sector. In his remarks, the FAO country representative, Hussein Gadin, commended the Oyo State government for its proactive approach to agricultural development. Meanwhile, the Oyo State Police Command has begun investigation into the cause of the death of a teenage boy found in the University of Ibadan swimming pool. The command's public relations officer, the SP Anyolade Olayinka, stated this in a statement made available to newsmen today in Ibadan. The SP Olayinka said that the information gathered from the institution's chief security officer revealed that the body of the victim, aged between 14 years and 15 years, was sighted on the surface of the swimming pool in the early hours of Thursday. The PPRO said that the police detectives immediately visited the scene while a preliminary investigation revealed blood oozing from the mouth and nose with slight bruises on the nose, and the body was later evacuated to the General Hospital at Yoyo, Ibadan, where he was confirmed dead on arrival and subsequently deposited at the mortuary. According to the SP Olayinka, the case is being treated as a suspected murder while urging members of the public to remain calm and refrain from spreading unverified information as investigations are still ongoing. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kunyamza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. President Volodymyr Zelensky has confirmed a signed deal with Saudi Arabia to share its drones defense expertise and technology. Zelensky said Saudi Arabia was facing the same type of ballistic missile and drone attacks from Iran that Ukraine has been resisting for more than 4 years from Russia. Before the meeting, Zelensky posted that the defense deal will lay foundation for future contracts, technological cooperation, and investments. However, Ukrainian president stated that in exchange, he will be looking for assistance in defending Ukraine against the ongoing Russia invasion. According to him, Saudi Arabia also has capabilities that are of interest to Ukraine, while the cooperation can be mutually beneficial to both countries. Police in Scotland and Spain have carried out a series of simultaneous pre-dawn raids following a 2-year investigation into serious organized crime. Coordinated in conjunction with United Kingdom National Crime Agency (NCA), the operation targeted alleged members of Scotland's dominant crime group, which resulted in 13 arrests. Detectives confirmed to have been probing high-level involvement in organized crime, including drugs and money laundering. Spanish corps also carried out coordinated swapes on properties in Malaga and Barcelona at the same time and arrested 5 people. European Union Agency for Criminal Justice Cooperation said a criminal network was believed to be operating in Spain and Scotland, and €7,000 dirty cash has been uncovered in a money laundering probe. And that ends the news from Polyamza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola.
We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya. Thousands of rallies are expected across the U.S. on Saturday in the latest No Kings protest against the policies of President Donald Trump and his administration. Organizers say that more than 3,200 events are planned in all 50 states for what they hope could be the largest single-day non-violent protest in U.S. history. The two previous No Kings events attracted millions of participants. Saturday will mark the third No Kings Day of Action. The movement launched last year on Trump's birthday, June 14, and drew an estimated 4 to 6 million people spread across roughly 2,100 sites nationwide. Saturday's protests come amid what organizers called a call to action against the bombardment of Iran by the U.S. and Israel, a conflict that is now 4 weeks old. Republicans in the U.S. House of Representatives have rejected a bipartisan deal to reopen the Department of Homeland Security (DHS) and instead approved a different plan, prolonging the shutdown that has caused huge delays at airports. Their Senate colleagues backed a bill that would have reopened most of the DHS but excluded funding for immigration agencies to garner support from Democrats who oppose funding immigration enforcement without reforms. House Republicans are demanding that the legislation includes money for the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, and the plan would mean funding DHS at current levels for 60 days. The House, where Republicans hold the majority, passed the measure in a 213 to 203 votes late on Friday. The bill will head back to the Senate for approval, but top Democrat Chuck Schumer described it as dead on arrival in the upper chamber. And that ends the news from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Welcome back once again now in the exciting world of sports. The 2025-2026 Nigeria Premier Football League season enters a decisive phase this weekend with a match day 32 set to deliver high-stakes action across the country. League leaders Enugu Rangers International will face a stand-away challenge against Shooting Stars on Sunday in one of the standout fixtures of the round, while the second place Rivers United will look to keep pressure on the leaders as they host the bottom side Kon Khalifa FC. While the fight for survival remains intense, with just 3 points separating 16th placed Enyimba FC from the bottom of the table, but nothing is settled yet. At the top, it's a fierce race for the title. At the bottom, it's survival of the fittest. But all eyes will be at the Lake Salami Stadium, where the league leader Enugu Rangers will do battle with the Ibadan Soccer Lord. Shooting stars come 4 p.m. on Sunday. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Medical laboratory scientists reject new health reform bills. Your government deepens partnership with United Nations Organization for Agricultural Growth. Ukraine signs deal with Saudi Arabia offering drone expertise. Rallies planned in thousands of United States cities for No Kings protest against the Trump administration. Title race intensifies as relegation battle heats up in MPFL. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. Stay afraid, but do it anyway. What's important is the action. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station at Gidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over 1.5 million out of school children.
We give you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
The Southwest in Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the people's voice. Agidigbo 88.7 FM.